Hello and welcome, everyone. Hello, my beautiful, invisible but visible friends, or invisibly visible friends. How are you on this Wednesday, 11th of August of 2021? Hello, Irish. Hello, Mariette. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Tony. Hello, Mary. Hello, PJ. Hello, Ellen. Hello, those of you who are just joining us now. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonsalves, and as I have been for the past few weeks, I've been broadcasting this weekly heart stream live from the beautiful and very hot city of Granada in the south of Spain. Hello, Linda Luz. ¿Cómo están mis amigos que hablan español? ¿Cómo les va? ¿Qué me cuentan? What can you tell me? How's your day? How's your week going? If you could summarize how you've been feeling about your week today with one word, what would that word be? Accomplished. Doubtful. Powerful. Yeah. Mary says it's very, very hot where she's at. Yeah. It's hot everywhere north of the equator, and it's actually quite nice. I heard, I was talking to one of my students, Lebo, in South Africa this morning, and she was telling me that the weather was actually very, very nice in South Africa. Yeah. Ouch. That's PJ's word for how she's feeling about the week. Ouch. Yeah, it's been a very tough week. Energetically speaking, you probably may have heard somewhere that there was some kind of a portal on the 8th of the 8th. And I don't normally follow those kind of things, those kind of portals, because I'm of the opinion that every instant is an opportunity for a new portal to open up by conscious choice. But obviously, when a group of people gather and they make the decision that we're having a party, and they get dressed and they get some beer and put some music and bend the instruments, they create a party, and then they create noise. So I think the same thing happens when a group of people collectively decide to gather and to create a portal. It's actually created not so much by the planetary influence. I believe is more created by the capacity that we have to create our own realities, by the power of intention, choice, and obviously action. So it was kind of funny because when was this? It was on Monday. I was feeling very anxious and quite uneasy early in the morning. And I could just feel there was just like all this excess energy moving through my body. And it's almost like my physical body was just not dense enough. It's just not dense enough to handle it. And I remember just during my morning meditation, sitting with it and just creating lots of space to be with all these waves of energy that were moving through me. And then later on, when I had my first group with my students, one of them mentioned, "Didn't you know that there was a Lion's Gate?" I was like, okay, well, maybe that's what I was feeling. I don't know. But what I do know is that there is a tendency, and this is something global, for an acceleration of the rate in which the energy that's emanating from the central sun and through our own solar system, our own sun, moving into our planetary system, and then therefore affecting the electromagnetic field of the earth. And obviously we are electromagnetic beings, so it's also affecting our own electromagnetism, the center of which is our hearts. Because remember, our hearts generate the largest electromagnetic field within the human body. That's why it's considered the heart, the center of our emotional system. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Danny. Hello, welcome those of you who are joining us just now. And thank you for all the likes and all the little hearts and all the love. We got people from everywhere. The US, South Africa, England, Australia, Denmark, obviously Spain, Latin America, all over. We're coming here from everywhere. Ellen says, yes, my energy was electric, but not in a good way. Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, if you've been following this series, the very first series that we held on the root chakra, it is those times when you feel this increased energy moving through your bodies. It is during those times where we need to ground the most. In fact, that's actually what I did. I went on a barefoot walk on the park, and I felt much better after that. Hello, Catherine in Syracuse, New York. Oh my God. I just had a flashback of me being, what was I, 17 years old, driving a trailer motorhome from Connecticut to Ontario, and then obviously driving through Syracuse, Niagara Falls, and all the way up, I can't remember the name of the route, Highway 406 or something like that, into Ontario. It brings out memories from my high school years, my adolescence. I was a teenager in the US. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, we are talking about the healing of these 7 chakras using the power, the energy of our hearts. And last week, we explored the solar plexus, healing the solar plexus chakra, the one that's located right in your tummy, in your belly. It's your ha-ha-ha, your ha-ha-ha center. Thank you, by the way, Simona, for reminding me. What I was speaking about last week was Jiso, the Bodhisattva of compassion, whose mantra is kakaka, which means ha 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 in Japanese. When you're really in your power, it's when you really can have a really good belly laugh about a particular situation. When a situation drains your energy, you feel weakened. But once you're able to find the power within you and transcend the situation, you even are able to find the sense of humor. And what appeared to be stressing you, you realize how silly it was to begin with, and then you have a really good laugh. Okay, it's like when you have a huge fight with somebody that you love, and then at the end, you're holding this grudge against the other person, trying to be right. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're right. So we get caught up in that power struggle. And then suddenly you realize that you're being silly. The other person's being silly, and then you have a really good laugh, and then you make up, and then you make out if you're together. Hello from the Philippines. Oh my goodness, Rey Trinidad. Bienvenido. My goodness. Yeah, we are a growing community. Marin County, California, the Netherlands. Wanda, welcome, Wanda. Welcome, Catherine. All right, so the invitation today then is to continue on the second part of this solar plexus healing. But this time we're going to be focusing on the emotional and the spiritual aspect of the healing. Last week we focused more on the mental and the physical. We spoke about things that you can do. And then obviously we began the journey of healing, understanding that ultimately, even though, you know, we're speaking about the physical and the mental, the emotional, the spiritual aspects of this chakra, but remember, this chakra does not exist in this compartmentalized way. Right? When you heal the physical part, you're also affecting the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and vice versa. It's just that the emphasis of each guided meditation that I'm doing will vary depending on what we're focusing on. So today, bringing in more the emotional aspect than the spiritual aspect, we're going to be focusing on the power of compassion and forgiveness, just like we did with the other 2 chakras. So a quick recap. Your solar plexus is your center of power, your will. It's the fire in your belly that allows you to move forward with life, take life, manifest your destiny, and in essence, come out to the world and open up your branches and say, here I am, this is me. Like me, love me, hate me, but this is who I am. This is how I'm made. So I remember, I think it was the very first session, I spoke about how we could look at this process of healing the chakras as a baby, it's a tiny seed that begins to grow, right? And seed, it's planted into the ground, and within the seed, the entire tree is contained in essence, right? And so put it in the ground, and then the first thing that comes out is a little root, and then like a little trunk, and then out of that, branches, and then eventually leaves, and then eventually this beautiful tree is just giving and receiving, and then eventually flowers, and it blossoms, and it releases some beautiful fruits, and then more seeds that then come back into the earth. So you can think of the little tiny roots as the root chakra, the very first part that develops. And all these parts are contained already within the seed, in the same way in which all these chakras are in you when you're born. It's just that each one of them has like their moment when they begin to grow and develop. Okay, each one has their turn, just like different parts of the tree. There's a time for the development of the root system, then the trunks, then the branches, then the leaves. And so the root chakra, you could equate it to the tiny little roots growing down into the earth that allow the tree to begin to find its place and say, this is where I'm going to live, and this is the land in which I stand. And the vein begins to develop a sense of self. And then the next part that develops is the trunk. You could equate that then to the sacral chakra. It's now begins to define who I am, and it's like, this is, look at me, this is who I am, and now I can look at the world, relate to other trees and other things out there. I'm no longer hidden under the ground. I can now look up and relate with others. That's all sacral chakra. And then now this solar plexus, think of it as now it begins to grow branches, and it begins to show its majesty, its power, and begins to open up to eventually receive the rays of the sun through the leaves. The solar plexus is the part of you that in essence says, I am, and I'm going to share the little banner that I shared last week. Here we are. Is the part of you that says, I dedicate my life to the power within me. Through dedication, I unfold naturally to the highest potential of my being. This is my day. I control each and everything that comes to me. I accept complete responsibility for my life. I am power, so be it. So this is the affirmation. This is your solar plexus speaking. And people who have a very healthy and strong solar plexus, you can see that there is an air of confidence and power that drives their life. The moment they walk into a room, everybody turns around and go like, wow. And you could even say that when these people walk in, it's like they walk with their belly goes before them. You know, where some people is like their head goes in front of them. Some people, their genitals go farther forward. You can see what's leading them. Some people is the heart, is the chest, but some people it's just the belly. It's just like a sumo wrestler. Okay, the sumo wrestlers, they are an example of what it means to have an overly developed solar plexus chakra. They're like, this is who I am, and not only that, they have a very, very, very strong roots. They're strong all around. And so the sacral chakra is the chakra that says yes to life. So it's the chakra that connects you with all of life, with pleasures and the joy of life. But this solar plexus, the power resides in the opposite. The solar plexus power resides in its ability to actually say no. It is when you start to say no to what doesn't serve you, what is not who you really are, what is not in alignment with what you want to create. It is when you start to say no to everything that it's not really you, or it's not what you want. At that moment is when you begin to gain your power. One of the reasons why when you strengthen this solar center within you, you grow in your capacity to say no, and then as a result, you start transcending a lot of addictions to things that used to harm you, drain your energy, keep you from becoming more your true self or standing in your power. So it is your capacity to say no at this level what ultimately gives you the capacity to harness that power. Now, one of the things we spoke about last week was also that this is, by its own definition, another important emotional center that accumulates a lot of the lower energy emotions, especially like anger and rage. Now, people who are very sensitive, people who are very empathic, who have this solar plexus chakra open all the time, one of the things that happens is that it becomes very easy for them to receive other people's emotions. And you receive them, you suck them into your stomach, right? Or you can allow the energy from your stomach to literally be drained by somebody else. And then you feel disempowered by the other person, belittled by them, or you lose your sense of confidence or sense of who you are, or you find yourself like you cannot say no to this person, and you're like, why can I not say no to this person? They have in many ways overpowered you. Now, I want to share with you a very powerful tip or process that you can do, and you can do this with any of your chakras. Okay, we've been told over and over how important it is that we open our chakras, and it's true. But the truth is that there are moments and situations in life when you need to close your chakras equally to protect yourself. Okay, you can't have your chakras all the time. You can't have your heart chakra all open all the time. Okay, what that basically means, you can't be loving everybody and helping everybody all the time. You need to give to yourself. You need to be able to also harness that power, and you also need to protect that chakra from its energy, its precious energy, from being stolen, misused by somebody else. So how do you do this? Well, you could do this physically, and you can also do this using the power of your creative imagination. So physically, you can literally, when you're in the presence of somebody that you feel it's draining the energy from that chakra, you could literally place your hands in that area. Like you could literally be sitting in front, like having a cup of coffee with a person, and then you're feeling the energy beginning to be drained from the center. You could literally put your hands like this and then just put it there and say, I'm just going to shield this center. Or if it's your heart, you can do the exact same thing. You can just simply kind of go like this. Or you could even close your arms. It's also a symbolic expression, but also an intentional expression of you're closing the heart chakra, right? We all feel it when you're talking to somebody and then suddenly they go like this. Well, what does it mean? So they're closed. They're not willing to receive you anymore, right? Or when somebody, think of your root and sacral chakra, when somebody crosses their legs, what are they doing? They're also closing that energy center. So you could do it physically, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The situations that call for this, where we can feel safe around somebody else so that we can open it and share from that space. But there are also situations that call for us to protect it. Now, how can you do this emotionally or intentionally using the power of our creative imagination? Well, the way that you do this is that you imagine a flower. You imagine a flower. So if we are looking, for example, at, let's say we want to close the solar plexus chakra to avoid it leaking its energy, or its energy being stolen by somebody else or drained by somebody else, then imagine a yellow flower. You close your eyes, you imagine a yellow flower right there in the belly, and it's nice and open. And then using the power of your creative imagination, you in essence say, okay, I'm going to close this energy center. And then you give the command to that yellow flower to close. And then that's it. That's all you do. And then you can engage with that person, that situation, and know at that moment you closed it. And it's subtle, but yet so powerful that the other person is very likely to feel it. And they'll be like, well, what happened with them? It's like I was feeding off their energy, I was feeding off their anger, I was feeding off their power, and something happened. I don't know what it is. They won't be able to figure it out, but you know what it is. You just simply made a decision. Okay, I'm going to protect this energy center. You can do this with your heart. Okay, you can do this in essence with every single chakra. If you want to do this with your sacral chakra, you imagine, obviously the color of the sacral chakra is orange, so imagine an orange flower and then go through the exact same process. Okay, if you want to do this with your root chakra, then it's a red flower. If you want to do this with your heart chakra, then imagine a pink flower in your heart. Imagine a pink rose opening up. And now simply give yourself a command. Okay, I'm just going to now close this rose, pink rose. You can imagine the rose going back to being like a rosebud, closing. You're still present. Even when the rose is closed, it still exudes an aroma, but it's closed. And so you can still be present, but you're no longer allowing this energy to be drained from you. Now, obviously, you don't want to walk around life always protecting and closing your chakras. Quite the opposite. You want to be able to consciously open them when you feel safe, and then close them when you feel threatened, and when you want to protect yourself, or when you want to just simply harness the power of that energy. Now, one of the things that we do in each one of these guided meditations is that we open it by focus of our awareness and shared intention. We are energizing that center, and we're really opening it. So as it opens, it radiates. But we're doing this because that's the intention that we have for this midweek space. But then also so that we can heal it, because it's only when we open the center fully that we can then see all the pieces, the areas within it where all the emotions have been stuck, where there are blockages. Think of it as like you can have a little bud, but as long as the flower is closed, you can't see what's inside. But the moment the flower opens up, you can see, oh my God, there's a bee, there's an ant, there's like these little creepy crawling things in there. We've all seen beautiful flowers that have like little creepy crawlers inside. Okay, so imagine that's what happens when you open each one of these energy centers. You can feel then the areas where the energy is not flowing, where there is disharmony. And so this is what we're doing in essence each time that we come together. All right, welcome Lennon. My goodness, Lennon Gonsalves from Jersey. Hermano, qué bonito que estés aquí. Bienvenido. Cuántas memorias. Lovely to have you here, brother. Many memories. New moon in Cancer. She says, good morning. Thank you. This is great. Very interesting. Yeah, great. So you now know how to close these energy centers at will, and do it in a very subtle way, without harming yourself, without harming the other person, and then just simply using, again, the power of our creative imagination. All right. What else did I want to say about this chakra before we dive in? Little creepy crawlies inside this chakra are more often than not are either one, mental programming from our early childhood, where we were told we didn't have any power, that we didn't matter, that our opinion did not matter, did not count, that we should not be seen, we should not be heard. So whatever mental programming we receive from our primary caretakers, where you try to speak your truth into your power, assert yourself, and you were shut down. You were told you can't do this, it's not okay, or you felt at some level that if you did that, you would lose mom's love or dad's love or whatever it is. It also loses this the imbalance in this chakra also happens as a result of emotional trauma. And think of that anytime when there was an emotional wound, right, directed at this center. People, for example, who have been sexually abused, the damage always happens in those lower chakras. Sacral chakra, obviously the root chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. So the feeling of feeling powerless, like you have no power and no will, or like you don't know how I'm going to deal with this, or you're unwilling to take some kind of an action because you're told it's not going to work. Okay, so a lot of these early childhood traumas are, in essence, just like you can have a blow to the stomach that can weaken you, can knock all your air out. We can have an emotional blow to this energetic center within us that basically keeps us from really owning the fullness of this power within us. So the intention today is, as we go into our guided meditation, is to use the power of our heart's compassion and the power of our heart's forgiveness to radiate from the heart into this energy center all the necessary healing forces and energies that would allow us to release and let go of all those people, events, situations, and circumstances that took place anywhere between, say, 5 to about 8 or 9 years old. Okay. And this is the time where many of us are starting to open up to life. We're starting to hang out with our little friends. We're trying to be grown ups, to be accepted by others. Okay. So if any of those attempts to feel a sense of belonging, to be part of a group were shut down and you were rejected, you were criticized, chances are that there is some kind of a trauma or wounding in this energy center. All right. I say we begin. What do you think, Linda Luz? Linda Luz, she's just leaving a comment here that says, last week and now again, I keep getting on my screen video interrupted. Anyone else having this problem? Anyone else is having their video interrupted? When I'm doing something, I don't want to be interrupted in my cell phone. Sometimes I do coaching sessions on the phone. I just put do not disturb. Chances are that there might be a call or a notification that is trying to get through. Sometimes I will do that if you're on a phone, on a smartphone. New Moon in Cancer says, I need this. We all need this. We all need this. We all need this. All right, so let us begin. Let's now move into the experiential part of our time together. And access our heart's power of compassion and forgiveness to bring some healing to this energetic center within us. As we begin, find a nice comfortable position right there where you're at. Preferably, try to be sitting upright so that you're not slouching back, but you're actually sitting upright in a way that is comfortable and that uses minimum effort. With your feet firmly on the ground and your hands either resting on the side or on your lap. As you're taking a moment now to scan your body, beginning with your feet and letting go of any unnecessary tension. Letting go of any tension in the ankles, the knees, the pelvic area. Letting go of any tension in the torso, the stomach area. We can relax the stomach. There's no need to hold it in right now. Letting go of unnecessary tension. In the shoulders and the arms. Let the arms rest by authority of their own weight. Let go of any unnecessary tension in the neck, relaxing the ears, the face muscles. Relax the eyes, relax the forehead, relaxing the scalp. As you now begin to breathe into your heart, imagining that you have an imaginary mouth or nostril in your little heart, and you can breathe straight into it. Breathing nice, slow, deep, and even. As you breathe in and out, let the seed within your heart begin to grow roots deep down into the earth, through your spinal cord and your feet, grounding yourself firmly in your root chakra, feeling your connection with the earth. With every breath that you take, you inhale Mother Earth, nurturing, loving, caring energy. Allowing her love to move now to your sacral chakra. As you gently begin to sway side by side, anchored like a tree, but flexible, and saying yes to life, yes to pleasure, yes to creativity, yes to joy, yes to flowing with the energy of life itself. Allow Mother Earth energy now to flow even higher to the solar plexus. Receiving the Mother's love, nurturing, caring energy, allowing it to be a balm that softens your belly. Knowing that everything that fills that belly of years since your inception has come from Mother Earth. The Mother knows what the child needs, and the Mother Earth knows exactly what our solar plexus needs to heal. Let the Mother caress your tummy. The way a mother caresses her baby's tummy. Now place a hand, it doesn't matter which, over your tummy, and then just gently caress it and rub it the way a mother would rub her child's tummy. Let the gentle touch of the mother's hand bring comfort, harmony, and joy to this child of ours within us. Almost as if saying, Mommy's here, you're loved, you're safe. I have everything you need. All that's required is for you to receive it. Now please take the other hand and place it right over the heart. And as you feel this connection with your heart, imagine, see and feel that there is a ray of light or a cord that connects your heart to the infinitely loving heart of God, the central sun, the heart of the cosmos. And as you do this, please repeat the following words after me. I live in the heart of God. The heart of God lives in me. I am one with the heart of God. With every breath into your heart, allow this connection now with the heart of God now to fill and nurture your heart. As I speak the following prayers on your behalf. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And speaking on behalf of everyone who's here today or anyone who's watching this replay, I call to the light of love and compassion in the heart of God to awaken within me. Let there be love and light in my heart. Let love and light be amplified. Let my heart's compassion radiate from its source to all the areas within me that need healing, specifically the areas within my solar plexus, my center of will and power, that I may reclaim my natural power, which is my divine birthright, that I may stand on the holy ground this day and claim this day I am a son and daughter of God. Within me lives the power that creates worlds. I am God's will manifested in human form. I am the power that creates worlds. I am God's will being done to me, through me, and as me. I am God's power radiating within me. See, feel, and imagine now that within your heart there is a replica of the sun at noonday, when it's at its brightest and its hottest. And allow this ray of God's sun shine within your heart and all around you. Let it flow all the way down into the stomach area. And see, feel, and imagine that right there, where your other hand is, right over the belly is, there's a beautiful yellow flower. Opening up now, ready to receive the sun's love, the sun's compassion, the sun's healing rays. Breathing through the heart and then down into the belly. We direct this energy of love and compassion into our solar plexus, declaring this our divine center of power and will. Declaring this a place of harmony. We're right here and right now in the name of the beloved presence of Jesus the Christ. All energetic, emotional blocks, mental programmings, or anything else that is blocking our solar plexus from expressing its full radiance is now being dissolved by the power of forgiveness and love. I inhale deep into my heart and down into my belly. And I let go of what was being held in there. And once again, I breathe down into my heart and into my belly. And I let go of all the discords. And one more time, deep inhale into the heart and the belly. And I let go what is not mine, what is not love. Allow yourself now to go back in time to the age of about 8. Knowing that right here and right now you are fully protected. And that anything that may have happened during that period of your life lives in the past and you have survived it. And that nothing can hurt you right now. Allow your mind to open and to encompass everything from about 8 to about the age of 12. All the events, people, situations from that time of your life. There's no need for you to remember all the details. Just simply allow memories to unfold naturally. Take your time. Allow all the events that want and desire to show forward to come to the surface. And little by little, begin to wrap them all up into a bundle, almost as if you could put it all inside a little box or a little bag. Place it all there. Now, with a beam of love emanating from your heart, wrap the child self from that period of your life between 8 and 12 firmly, comfortably, and securely. Letting know that they're safe. As you now begin to send this healing ray or light beam from your heart to cleanse and to heal that time of your life. Letting the light from your heart, the compassion from your heart, shine through and around all the areas, the situations, the people from that period, that they may be cleansed and healed forever. If you're able to, send forgiveness to those people, to the times and the events, releasing yourself and them right now for any negative connection, choosing only to keep the good. Saying in essence, I forgive myself and I forgive the past and I forgive others who took my power away. Now imagine that you're rising to a higher spiritual realm or sphere where you can now see that the people of that period of your life were doing what they were doing because of their own pain and their own process of the time. They took your power because somebody took their power. They hurt you because they themselves were confused and in pain. Forgive them and let them go. If you can't, that's okay. You can always come back and do this process when you feel you're ready. Continue to let the radiating light from your heart go out to all those events, those people, those situations. The light of compassion within your own heart may do what compassion does, which is to alleviate the pain and the suffering. Now imagine rising even higher to an even higher spiritual level where you can see now with a new pair of eyes, a new perspective, a higher place of awareness from where you can see that all those events, those situations, those people were there as part of your soul's journey to learn some lessons in this lifetime. To learn about love, to learn about compassion, to learn about forgiveness, to learn about the human experience. Perhaps to repay some karma from past lives. Perhaps because a greater will was at work. And it was part of what was needed and necessary at that moment for you to awaken. Or for somebody else to awaken. Send all those events, those people, those situations now that played an important part of your life. Send them this light of forgiveness. And let them go. In the name of compassion and love, and out of love for God and the Creator, I let go of the past. I let go of what is no longer mine. I let go of all resentments, and I let go of anything and everything that is keeping me from standing in my own power, claiming my divine right to be abundant, prosperous, and to fulfill my divine destiny in this lifetime here and now. With every breath that I take into my heart and direct down into my solar plexus, I am affirming I am the power that creates worlds here and now. I am recharging the battery of my soul. I am reclaiming my power. Easily and effortlessly, I say no to what does not serve me, and I say yes to that which is in alignment with who I really am. There's balance between yes and no within me. I am the power that creates my life. I am the power that creates my world. I am the capacity to manifest my destiny and fulfill my divine purpose. Without shame and without guilt, I stand upon this ground of my being and I declare, this is who I am. Love me or hate me. This is who I am. I'm no longer willing to hide, afraid of hurting other people by being myself. I now choose to be myself. Choose to be reverent, to ask for what I want and what I need. I choose power instead of fear. I choose love instead of anger. I choose compassion instead of pain. Easily and effortlessly, I let go of the past. I forgive everyone and everything, declaring it part of the lesson I was here to learn. And in the name of Jesus the Christ, I declare I am whole, perfect, and complete. And so is this energy center within the ground of my being. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of God. The fire in my belly keeps me warm. The fire in my belly draws towards me everything that I need to prosper. The fire in my belly propels me to take the right action. The fire in my belly provides for me, my family. The fire in my belly keeps me taking the next step forward. Fire in my belly keeps me warm. Keeps me safe, keeps me in the heart of God. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. Take a moment now in your creative imagination to imagine this 10 to 12-year-old version of yourself. Give them a hug. Look into their eyes and say to them, "You're powerful. You're beautiful, you're precious, you're worthy, you are amazing. You are the child of God. I love you. And I will never, ever, ever, ever leave you alone. I am with you always. I am." How are you feeling now? If you're feeling grounded and if you're feeling strong, calm, it's an indication that your solar plexus is open and you're in your power. You're like a flame that has been tuned, right? So sometimes you could see how in one of those oil lamps, you can just adjust the flame so it's burning just bright. Yeah. So the fire in our belly sometimes can get out of hand, and when it's out of harmony, it kind of does that. It can burn a lot of people. But when it's fine-tuned, what happens? There's harmony, there's beauty, and there's a sense of like, it's under control. I like it. Lasts much longer that way, doesn't it? All right, my beautiful friends, we've come to the end of our time together. So once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to spend this time with you. Thank you for opening your hearts and lending me your ears during our time together. So I hope you're walking away with a new experience of what it feels like in the body to stand in your own power. The moment you begin to bring greater love, light, and compassion into this energy center. Remember that at any time, you can use the techniques that I share with you here today to close your chakras when it's needed, whenever you want to protect yourself or you want to harness that energy. Okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Completely normal. Okay, you get to choose to whom and to what you open that chakra, to whom and to what you say yes to sharing that aspect of your being. Okay, it's your divine right. Thank you very much, Juana Murillo. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Mary. Sending you love too. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Lilo. Thank you, all of you who joined us here after we gotten started. There are quite a few of you who came in late. I don't know why you're coming in late. It's 12 noon U.S. Eastern time. I think some people in the different parts of the world get confused, though. I know sometimes I do with online events. All right, my beautiful friends, I wish you a fantastic rest of the week. And until we see each other again, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people. Send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.